Just because I'm not on here, you know, just unfamiliar.
That's right.
All right, now you should be able to, let's say, we don't care what they're going. Okay.
We do?
There we go.
Oh, there we are.
Ba-bam.
And
So now you can close it.
where?
Now you can close it.
And then
Oh, so now you close it. Mm-hmm. And go to ID up. And then you do your live. Oh, you do yours right there.
Right there.
Live whenever you're ready.
Oh, and just
Hey y'all, what's the deal? pqradio1.com, you know what it is a moment with Purple and Terry. And of course, our guest, the queen today, lady of legends, of serious, amazing vocal ability, knowledge, activist, a Grammy-winning judges award. Like, I could go on and on, podcast, wonderment of, intelligent minds. We can go on for them. But Sister Carol Riddick is here. Yeah. And today is our MLK edition. Happy MLK Day to you, and you. And hopefully, for me, it's a choice. It could be a day on of service or a day off of service. I feel like you deserve to make the choice. You as an African-American person, or you as a black and brown person who, particularly, Dr. Martin Luther King fought for, because particularly our skin was the reason why we were being, beaten just for trying to live, to be human.
How about that?
Really that's what it really boils down to. So today we acknowledge the greatness of Dr. Martin Luther King and his legacy, and his family, and Sister Coretta, because we cannot leave out Sister Coretta in the conversation.
Absolutely not.
We cannot, especially as black queens that we are. We just always gonna recognize the queen.
How about that?
Oh, yes.
That's just it for me. You know what I'm saying? There is no beyond. There's no, there's no in between. There's always that. So again, this is our MLK Day edition. You guys can, of course, always go to pqradio1.com just to get the audio. While you're looking, if you like, sometimes I don't know. Facebook, they do crazy things. So don't be just jailed by Facebook. Support black businesses in other ways besides Facebook, like going to their actual websites, which is pqradio1.com. I'm talking about for everybody, but this is the situation, pqradio1.com. And you can listen now, and then you can actually listen to the show as well. So, we love you guys. We love you. So with that said, I know as people are coming on, you're going to have to play back. And if you last throughout the show, you'll also get to hear this beautiful voice again. But should we just walk right into the bounty that God gave us all these blessings? You know what I'm saying? Blessings on top of blessings, you know what I'm saying?
We're going to walk right into it. I'm saying hello and tons of, oh my goodness, Derek Hodges. So I'm beginning my portion of the contribution. My contribution. All right.
Okay, yes.
I'm going through so much. Y'all fell up the steps and everything.
But first of all, you gotta tell them who you are, because they know on your gram, but all of our people,
It's Carol Riddick.
Yeah! Queen in the building, baby.
Yes. So as some of you may know, some may be unaware, that I'm from Philadelphia, born and raised in South Philly, SPZ all day.
All right.
But I'm just happy to be here. I am happy to be here with all of you. And with that,
Yes.
shall we?
Yes. So, I'm sorry, guys, but her microphone is very important to this segment, so I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I also have to get over here and make sure her microphone is right.
We good?
Microphone check 1 2 1 2.
So how about we do this?
Sounds nice.
Yes.
We use this as your phone. I have another phone stand we could be using.
We're getting things situated.
You can use this one.
Where's
Matter
the
of fact,
one?
you go ahead
I'm
and
so
use
happy
this.
to see y'all.
No,
Y'all know.
Terry,
No,
This is my
no,
second
it's
time
good.
live today.
I'm
This is
hostess
a
with
lot
the
for me.
mostest. Here,
Right.
put it right
Oh,
there.
shut up.
Right.
Yeah.
So that you can utilize the microphone.
Look at that.
Boom,
Terry,
shakalaka.
This is a tool.
T got me set up. She worked it.
Yes, that's
Okay.
sisterhood right there. That's sisterhood. That's love.
Terry, oh my God. Okay, I'm too busy saying hello.
Let's
That's
say
why I
hello.
can't
It's
do it.
okay. We
Right.
real reality
Right.
radio.
Right? Okay.
Say hello,
I
baby.
love it. I love y'all. All right. Y'all sing with me, okay?
Yes. Right, be the same.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmony loud as the rolling sea.
Yes, child.
Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the faith that the present has brought us.
Oh, I know you felt that.
Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Heaven help us.
Lord. I said, Lord. You know how I feel about that. Oh, baby. I want to say, thank you.
Yes.
Let me tell y'all.
Yes.
It feels so good to me to be here and to be alive in 2021 because I feel like we are at the beginning of positive change. Hey, Wayne!
Yes.
We are at the beginning of positive change. I really feel
Yes.
that. I feel like, this right now, there is no better time to be alive. I know we're dealing with a lot, y'all.
Yes, we are.
I know we're dealing with a lot. Listen, I know I sound like I have, but what is it, Tourette's? Because and my prayers to those who do. But I know because I'm yelling. I just love y'all, and I'm happy to see you all. And I don't go live enough.
Right.
But what I was saying is that, like right now, we are at the most opportune time for Nikki, for positive change. You hear what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm not used to this. Oh heavens! So
Yes.
Detroit on the camera.
So you listen, you're a superstar, baby. What you talking about, superstar?
But
Superstar.
it just feels good. So
Yes.
thank you for the invitation to be here too.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I'm telling you, I would have been at home on my sofa talking to Chloe. Y'all know my fur child.
Yeah.
Chloe.
Absolutely. We have some wonderful comments. People saying the tears in the eyes, sang,
that's
child.
beautiful.
I'm trying to go back and I'm functioning on my non-function, so you already know it's gonna be rough with the comments and stuff. So thank you, Brother Jeff, and we see you. Thank you, Tracy. We love you. Thank you, Sister Donna Boy. Thank you. We love y'all. Everybody who's tuned in. I'm a little slow, but I'm gonna fix it together. But yes, I mean this is the Queen Riddick. And see, this is what I always want to make sure that we do. Philadelphia is so filled with so many beautiful people and beautiful talents and things that you might be in a clique, so you don't know about this other thing that's going on in this clique. We all in our silos moving, but I want to make sure that I let you know that there are queens like this out in the world, and anybody who has never met her on my platform, because you have before, but you might be new, and it's welcome to all the before and to new people. But this queen needs to be always, to me, just put on your pedestal in here. This is Jethro, you from Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I don't even know how much more I could say that would express what I'm feeling, but thank you. It's just not enough, but thank you.
Yes.
But the other part of it, this is Philly.
Yeah.
What we're doing right here, we're sitting here. This is Philly. Hey,
Right.
hi, boo. This is Philly.
Yes.
When I'm outside of Philly and people say, oh, Philly, I repeat it. Oh, yeah.
Right.
This is the city of brotherly love and sisterly
It is.
affection.
And
Now,
exactly
don't
that.
misunderstand me, because family is family, and everybody's family.
Everybody.
Has some issues.
Right.
We all have issues.
This is
right?
true.
But at the core of it, Philly is real.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
what I tell everybody. Philly is real. That's what we are.
This is true.
I love you too.
And we are Black history. We are the dream. So through Sister Carol, she has been able to, travel worldwide.
Praise God.
With your talent.
Praise
And
God.
because of Dr. Martin Luther King and others who had a dream, and the Aretha Franklins of the world, people who have always been, what I want to say, rule breakers, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Those who have always chased the dream no matter what, who have never said, let no affect them from doing something anyway.
That's right.
Who have never said, okay, it's okay for me to sit in the back.
Hey,
I'm going
well.
to sit in the front.
How about
And
that?
we are the results of those seeds planted, 60s, 20s, and beyond. We are the queens of society. A lawyer,
How about that?
black
How
queen,
about that? How about that?
youngest in the register office, doing big things. You know what I'm saying?
Doing it well. How about that? How about
Doing
that?
it well,
She kicked me though. No, I'm
Now, that's what? Slander, defamation,
Do you understand?
Because she's on her game. She's on top of it.
Quick,
Okay,
she's not
that was
playing
a
with
test.
you.
That was a test.
She's quickly not playing with you. But and the beauty of being able to be just grace, being able to go around the world with a talent and a dream, a business owner, a black queen doing it, first African American female, internet radio station owner. And I say it with pride because if it wasn't for Dr. King and everything, the sacrifice that his family made for us,
How about that?
I would not be here.
How about
You know what I'm
that?
saying? In this
None
Quaker,
of us would.
in this historic Quaker building that we're in.
None
right
of
now.
us would.
Hello.
None of us would.
Absolutely.
So that's what I was saying. We were talking earlier, just before we started talking to everybody else. I was saying that it's an honor and a privilege to be here
Right.
in this building, to be
Yes.
in this space, but to be able to celebrate him today.
Yes.
I was talking earlier saying how we're all dealing with so much.
Mhm.
We're all processing so much.
Yes.
We're processing loss, we're processing love, we're processing not being able to be, in the space with those we love and
Yes.
miss, and yet and still, we are all here today and we're able.
Mm-hmm.
We get another second, we get another minute,
We
we
woke
get
up.
another hour.
Yes.
Thank you, God,
Thank you,
Yes.
God.
to praise the person, the human being that God put in place
Mm-hmm.
to start this whole thing off.
Yes, Lord, yes. So Terri Booker today, again, this is our dedication to MLK.
Yes.
We want to focus a little bit on his greatness and just remind you because he was, we are.
How about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Amen.
Yes, right. Oh,
Okay.
I love it. Wait,
Okay.
can I put that in my
Yes,
pocket?
ma'am. Yes,
I'll
ma'am.
put that in my pocket.
Yes, you
Yes.
got
And
it.
he was, we are.
Because
I
he
like
was,
it.
we are. So, Queen, she's going to do give us a remembrance of Dr. MLK, one of his sermons. What do we do? Sermon or a speech? Or what do we
It's
do?
one of his speeches.
This is one of his speeches.
Now, it's interesting that you said, talking about speaking of Philly.
Okay.
I know a lot of people have heard I had a dream and all these, letters from Birmingham and things like that.
Right.
The Reverend Dr.
Reverend
Martin
Dr.
Luther King
Reverend
Jr.
Dr. Yes.
He was here in Philly.
Mm.
He went to Barrett Junior High School in Philadelphia on October 26, 1967.
Mm.
And he gave a speech. And I didn't know that. I just found out.
Okay. Wow.
So,
Right. We all just learned this some things just now.
As did I.
so I'm going to read just a little excerpt
Okay.
of this speech. And it's a shame that it rings so true today, but it's
Oh.
I-
All right,
I'm just gonna read
let me
it.
recap for Brother Astrid or hey guys, thank you for tuning in. Now, Terri Booker is about to read a piece of the speech
a piece. Just
that
snippet,
Dr. Martin Luther
snippet.
King gave when he was here in Philadelphia. When was
Yes.
this?
In October 26, 1967.
Okay, October 26, 1967. He was in Philly and gave this speech.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's entitled, What's Your Life's Blueprint?
Oh.
What's your life? I'm done already.
That's a word.
I'm done already.
Listen, that's a word.
That's a word,
there.
right? What's your life's blueprint?
What's
Okay.
your life's
I'm
blueprint?
going to stop interrupting. I promise right now. I'm stopping
so
interrupting.
it's just little, it's parts and bits and pieces of the speech.
Okay.
And I'm not even going to read this whole page. It's
Okay.
I'm going to start.
Okay.
What's your life's blueprint? I want to ask you a question, and that is, what is your life's blueprint? Whenever a building is constructed, no, I'm not going to do that.
you get the spirit. You feel it. You feel the spirit, Terri Booker.
Okay. So whenever a building is constructed, you usually have an architect who draws a blueprint. And that blueprint serves as the pattern, as the guide. And a building is not well erected without a good, solid blueprint. Now, each of you is in the process of building the structure of your lives. And the question is whether you have a proper, a solid, and a sound blueprint. I want to suggest some of the things that should begin your life's blueprint. Number one, in your life's blueprint, should be a deep belief in your own dignity, your worth, and your own somebodyness.
Mm.
Don't allow anybody to make you feel that you're nobody.
Mm.
Always feel that you count. Always feel that you have worth. Always feel that your life has ultimate significance. Secondly, in your life's blueprint, you must have as the basic principle the determination to achieve excellence in your various fields of endeavor. You're going to be deciding as the days, as the years unfold, what you will do in life. What your life's work will be. Set out to do it and do it well. And I say to you, my young friends, doors are opening to you. Doors of opportunity that were not open to your mothers and your fathers. And the great challenge facing you is to be ready to face these doors as they open. Ralph Waldo Emerson, the great essayist, said in a lecture in 1871, if a man can write a better book or preach a better sermon or make a better mousetrap than his neighbor, even if he builds his house in the woods, the world will make a beaten path to his door. This hasn't always been true, but it will become increasingly true. And so I will urge you to study hard, to burn the midnight oil. I would say to you, don't drop out of school. I understand all the sociological reasons, but I urge that in spite of your economic plight, in spite of your situation that you are forced to live in, stay in school. And when you discover what you will be in life, set out to do it as if God Almighty called you at this particular moment in history to do it. Don't just set out to do a good job. Set out to do a good job that the living, the dead, and the unborn couldn't do it any better.
Wait a minute.
Right.
Set out. Wait. So please say that again, because that
Wow.
makes me hear it a certain way.
It says, set out to do such a good job that the living, the dead, or the unborn couldn't do it any better.
Amen, amen.
Thank you. Because if that didn't stay with you,
Yes. That's the one. That's
the living, the dead, and the unborn.
so that's the universe. That's
Yes.
everything in the universe,
That's
right?
right.
So I have to make sure that everything in the universe.
Couldn't have done it better. Couldn't do it better. Couldn't do it better.
Yeah, and the speech is about 20 minutes. And it's just like, I'm going to post it because I have like a little clip of it. I'm going to post the whole speech.
Okay.
They have it on YouTube. It's a nice little watch. I just took little excerpts of it, but it's amazing. I mean, he was amazing, but in that sense of just especially today in the school system, the way it is, how it is, and then even the way we teach each other, because we don't just learn in the classroom, you learn it from other people.
Yes.
You learn it from social media, all these things.
Right.
And people just don't do things the way they used to.
And
Right.
you know, I was saying, I agree with you wholeheartedly. But I was saying the other day, I was having a conversation talking about communication. And I'm a very sensitive person, but I'm a very passionate person. But the way I learn is different from the way other people learn.
Right.
And I was saying that, like with my mother, she paid attention to that when I was very young. So she would reiterate some of the lessons that I had, and we would read together. And I love to read, so she would always buy me books. Thursday night was our reading night. We read.
Right.
But I'm saying all of that to say that I realize as an adult, we don't know how to communicate with each other, and communication starts at home.
It starts at home.
Before you get to the
Absolutely.
street, before you
Right.
get outside, communication
Yes.
starts at home, and we don't, as adults, we don't effectively communicate with one
Absolutely.
another.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
You know, we talk at each other, but we don't talk to each other. So,
That's right.
and if you're talking at me, I can assure you,
You
I
ain't
don't hear
listening.
you.
You ain't listening.
I'm not listening. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
that means so much. It means so much.
And to go a step further, it's really actually why we are at this point with our young people and the murders. because we don't talk, there's no conflict resolution at any stage.
No.
Our young people don't know how to, bump somebody and keep it moving and not just deem that they have to kill somebody or I'm going to take my strap out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't have to hurt you in the way. Matter of fact, I don't have to hurt you at all. As a matter of fact, excuse me.
How about that?
Excuse me.
How about that? Ooh, yeah, can I do
Yes,
that?
baby, ring the bell. It's a community bell. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I love it.
So, what Dr. King is saying it was so important then, but it resonates on so many levels here
many
still
levels.
today.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then back what you're saying, it does. It's all your mother, God bless her, is that she brought that to you. She made
did.
you read books.
She did.
Today I was and hey, Miss Astrid, she said you're so right. They says thank you for sharing. Thank you, Mrs. Astrid. We really appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. And I'm sorry if I'm not getting to all your comments and stuff because I can't see. I don't have my laptop. Sorry, but it starts at home. I had the opportunity to be out at the Art Museum steps today with Brother McFly. He's a real great motivational speaker in Philadelphia right now and the City of Dreams Coalition. As they just had a gathering to talk about, what we need to do to prosper and move forward in 2020 and how to lay to rest the problems of the past. Mm-hmm. But, as I was telling them that it does start at home. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If we're going to have a change in culture, it starts with you. So if you don't want to see your daughter twerking on the damn internet, if you think it's inappropriate, then get that phone and stop cutting. It's your phone. Ain't you paying the bill?
Well, hello. But the other part of that too, I know that's right. I got to get one of those.
Yeah.
But the other part of that too, when I was little, my entire neighborhood raised us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I was, now, this was rare. Let me put that out. But there were too many times I was somewhere where I had no business because I was terrified of my mother.
Okay,
But
that's real.
if I was a block away too far from where I was supposed to be, I got Little Riddick. Are you supposed to be over here?
Right.
Little Rick, come on, let me take you home.
Right.
My entire neighborhood raised us.
Absolutely.
And now, we're in a space where, because we don't communicate with one another effectively, if I say something to your child, you're ready to kill me.
It's a
And
problem.
I'm trying to help your baby.
It's
I'm
a
trying
problem.
to help your baby.
Yeah, it's a problem. And that is an unfortunate state that we're in. Our villages are no longer our communities, and that's why we have to I think that's why it's important that we kind of repeat community, hear that on repeat, so that our children's minds will start to hear okay, community, well, what is community? Okay, we do this in community. Well, every time I hear about community, it's something great going on. So I want to be part of the community. So it starts in the mindset of the children. And now, you need to go in those children's bedrooms. You need to go in there and find out if there's an illegal gun in your home. You know what I'm saying? If half of y'all did your parental jobs, and focus on them children the right way, go into them rooms, and you need to investigate what's going on.
There's a lot of investigation that needs to take place. But you're right. I think you're right about saying that we need to normalize community, but also village.
Yes.
Yes.
We had a village before we got to the community.
That's right.
Our community was an extension of for me. I believe I'm speaking for all of us, but let me start by saying for me, so that I don't misspeak or say something wrong.
Well, thank you very much.
That was, Listen.
we thank you, just in case, but I think you're okay.
Listen, we got an attorney here. I don't want to be.
And she will get you. She was like, excuse me, Carol, the day of when you were last at our show, I need to sign off on this, that.
Oh my goodness. Right. Yes, but we can all relate to that, and that I don't know when that ended. Mm-hmm. I don't know when that stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sorry.
No.
But I can say that because the way society is now, capitalism is selfishness at its best. Mm-hmm. And so when you are winning, it has to be about you. It can't be about anybody else in a capitalistic society, because you getting the bottom line, making sure you make that profit, you might be cutting out other people to your benefit, but not to theirs. So I just feel like the way our society has started to develop, and back in the day in the industrial, revolution and things like that, once we started heading that way, it just became this spiral of out of controlness of selfishness. Right. And that's what I feel like. And I feel like, yes, and people's life blueprints include only themselves.
Right.
Oh, what am I gonna do? How can I get money?
Mm-hmm.
How can I do this?
Mm-hmm.
How can I be better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, what about everybody else? So you'd rather be in a world that's burning down all around you, but your house is fine.
Mm.
That's not right.
That's
It's not right.
It's not
Right,
right. You're
right.
absolutely right. It's not right. It's not. But I've always been raised, if I eat, you eat. If I do well, you do well. If I have heat, you come into my house.
That's
If I
right.
have- my entire family is that way though, and we're still that way. Like, you know, of course we're all seasoned now. We're much older.
Right.
But we were that way. You know, we were that way when I was growing up. But that's how we were raised. We were taught that. My aunts and uncles were all that way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we would get in trouble.
Mm.
Well, why is she out there? Well, why is he out there? Why is your friend outside? You know, we would get in trouble.
Right, in the first place. Why in the first place this was going on?
Exactly.
Yes.
You know, we were
Yes.
taught differently, and hey D, we were all raised to be good to ourselves, but to the next person, which is why I always say that. I say that to everybody because it first starts with you. You've got to be good to you before you can be good to the next person.
Amen.
That's right.
Yes.
You know,
That's
feed
right.
your core. But it's so important now. Like I said, I'm so happy that we are in 2021, and we are at the forefront of what I believe to be change for the good.
Well, we're going to
Yes.
all pray on that.
Yes.
That's for sure. We're all going to
Claim
hope so.
that. See
You
that.
know, so we are definitely having, of course, an MLK moment. We're proud to have an MLK moment. Astra says, my family too, we are so blessed. We thank you for that comment. We appreciate it. Anybody has their comments in, please? Is anybody that you want to say anything to?
Mama Marie said, I can relate. She said, I was afraid to disobey my elders even to this day.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. I still hear my mother. Everybody knows this. You've heard me say it. Anybody who knows me has heard me say, I can hear my mother say, get yourself together.
Right.
And
Right.
she would say it just like that. I don't care what it was or what it is. Get yourself together.
Right. Well, I want to say, what's most important to me about these is times are remembering MLK, remembering Martin Luther King for everything he was, you know, and everything that he means to us today, but to continue the legacy and to really, it's time to fix the problem. You know, I say I am a serial repeater. I'm on repeat. We need to fix these problems. You know, we know that poverty is a direct cause to crime. You know,
Yes.
So we need to find the communities, the community resources to employ our young people. Let's employ the people who are killing each other, unfortunately, you know, over senseless things. Let's employ them so they're not out there, you know, trying to grab the same dollar on the same corner, on the same block that they don't own.
But
You know
also,
what I'm saying?
even their parents, like employing, if you have one good job where you're able to afford to take care of your family versus working two jobs where I can't be at home because
Right.
I gotta go between this, make sure you don't stay in the house and knowing ain't nobody there to watch them, but you gotta go to work because you can't pay this rent or can't do anything else if you don't have that second job.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem. Underemployment is a problem, and we just it boggles my mind that even people who go to school, do whatever they're quote unquote supposed to do, they're still underemployed.
Right.
They're not making the money that they should be making, especially compared to their white counterparts. And even as simple jobs, like,
I agree with
and
that.
I mean, even as a cashier,
Right.
how are we doing the same job? Literally cashiers, both cashiers,
Right.
and we both got two different salaries. That doesn't make sense.
Right.
We don't know our worth. And those of us who do, we don't own it. And I've been in that position, and I've dealt with that. So I agree with you wholeheartedly, and it was something that I addressed when I was in the workplace. But that's because Marcine Riddick is my mother, because that would not go. But I want to address something you said about having jobs. You know, I think it's so important, as we talked about, the core of it all is education from the home, then the village, and then the community.
Yes.
But if we don't educate our babies and teach them what to do with the money when they make it,
Right.
then it doesn't matter if they're
That's
making
right.
money.
Right.
You know, we need to learn about finances. We need to learn about investing. We need to teach our babies about generational wealth. That's what we need to do at home first.
Yes.
And then the village needs to continue that.
Yes.
That's what we need to do. That's my suggestion to us. That's only me. Listen.
No, it ain't only you. So you know how we gotta do roll. We're gonna keep rolling right off that thought because today, as of today, I want you all, as of my contribution to MLK Day, as if I feel like I have several, because I've been blessed to do whatever I can do. Opening this mouth and sharing this platform is one of my, dedications to MLK Day. But this shirt is a mogul shirt, and this shirt is made by a black entrepreneur. This is a small black business. I happen to be Pacifier and Pumps. Angela Matt. Make sure y'all check her out. My business, pqradio1.com, is a black-owned business. So, of course, I want to show that I can support somebody other than myself. Sister Carol Riddick has a podcast, and it's called Conversations of Love.
Oh, Conversation. Yes, it is filled with love, but it's called Conversations Inside the Music
Yes.
with Carol Riddick. You guys, and I want to say thank you so much for continuously supporting me in all of my endeavors.
Yes.
With the podcast, it's based and rooted in music because that's one of the facets of my life.
Right.
But I speak with individuals who have a connection to the music industry, and we talk about everything.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about love, life, mental health. We
Right.
talk about finances. We talk about everything. So when you see it, just know that it's a good conversation. We just have some good conversations.
Right.
Good conversation.
And that's what's important. So one way that you can affect change in today's society, not just talk about it, you need to support black-owned businesses. And it's just not because it's a cliche, it is something to say. It is because once you pour your dollar into that black business will pour that into their community. Why? Because they live in that damn community. You know what I'm saying? So their dollar going to be spent. It is to reciprocate our dollar. We need to know what it meant, what Black Wall Street meant. I want to support a black business, Credit Medics, by my good girlfriend, Ronisha Howerton. She's a credit guru. She has shown people and continues to do it every day how to take their life from ground zero to ground amazing simply by fixing and working on your credit and then fixing your kids' credit and then bequeathing them with businesses and homes. Black people own property. Today, you can change the world today by one more black person buying a damn house.
We could. That's
You can change the whole landscape of America if you just encourage one more black person to buy a house wherever they are. That increases the black perspective, the black portfolio to greatness, to wealth, to interconnection wealth, to community economics, to
No, I'm sorry. I was
No,
gonna say,
Jama, go.
Yeah, you made me think
Go.
because
That's what
we're
we talking about.
black businesses, but also we can talk about Take a Leap Foundation.
Yes, we can. Take a Leap Foundation.
Yes. Oh my goodness. For those of you who are unaware, Nicole Poole started Take a Leap Foundation, which has a ton of resources. Right now, it's offering free Wi-Fi, if I'm not mistaken.
Free Wi-Fi. Actually, yes. I think it's takealeap.com. Our black queen, Nicole Poole, and through her business, Take a Leap.
TakeALeapFoundation.org.
You can get free internet right now. Tell them that we sent you. Carol, myself, Nicole is another black queen who's all about reaching out and uplifting other black and brown people, other queens to greatness. And that's what we want to continue to push out there, that narrative. And that, it's okay to be black and be black. It's okay to be, to be all cultures across the margin. But we happen to be black, so that's why the agenda is so strong for us.
How about that?
And on MLK Day, you got to understand, we were the only people, not the only, but we maybe the first people who are just beat up and maimed and tear down and murdered just for being the color of our skin, for no other reason. So until you have that kind of trauma, you can never, be upset that we speak about that kind of trauma. You know what I'm saying? And I say this all the time, every person who was born black needs to have a therapist, because as soon as you come out the womb and your skin color is black, one day you're going to be called a nigga. Okay? So you need to prepare yourself for that trauma, for that one day trauma.
And maybe not call directly,
but you
gonna feel it.
You gonna feel it.
You gonna get that feeling. You
gonna
walk in the room
experience.
like, oh, is this the wrong room?
Right.
Was I not supposed to be in this room? Oh, I am.
I am.
Because y'all looking at me like
I'm
I
not
don't
supposed to
belong
be
here.
Yes. How about that?
In that situation, I've always, my walk has gotten stronger, my stride has gotten stronger, and my head was held higher. That was because of my mother. Though.
Yes.
Only because of my mother.
Praise the queens.
My mother would never, don't you ever let that chin dip. Don't do it.
Yes.
Don't do it. I don't care what you're thinking or feeling in here.
Right.
That's right.
But you know that back here,
Yes.
You've got an army back here.
You got an army, baby.
So we're saying that we are all saying that we should be each other's armies. We've got to be each other's armies. Going forward, we've got to build our villages. We've got to build our communities.
That's right.
A few people just are newly tuning in, and we haven't been here, that long. But can I just get that one part? I always want to do this. Full of the hope and the do you know that radio?
You better get it.
Yeah.
You better get it. She better get it.
Yes.
That part just always.
me.
I roll with that part. I can't sing. So
She was referring to the lyric in the song, the way you went, because she had it, didn't she? Full of the faith that the dark past has taught us, full of the hope that the present has brought us.
Yes.
You understand?
That chin up.
Chin
Don't
up.
let that chin dip. That's my mother. Listen,
Yes.
you knew, and Davy, you knew my mother.
Yeah.
Listen, he's my mother. My mother was an army all by herself.
Mm-hmm.
Marcine Riddick did.
Hey, Carla Gamble, we love you. We love you back. You know we love our Carla. But that's so important. Full of the dark past. The transatlantic slave trade was a very dark past, baby.
How about Jim Crow was a really dark past?
Jim Crow.
How about that?
I didn't get there yet. We waiting for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm still at the point where y'all snatch my ass and I don't know where I
people
come
act
from.
like it's old, though. It's been so long. Y'all talk about stuff so old. It wasn't that old. It's not that long.
No.
It really
It's
wasn't
not.
that long ago.
It's people still in Congress who passed Jim Crow laws. Stop it.
How about that?
Yes.
But that's what happens when
Still.
you're uneducated.
Right.
When you do, they say when you know better, you do better.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's another challenge that we have as a people. When we feel like the other person doesn't know, we look down upon them. We don't help.
We don't pull them up. We don't pull them up.
We need to teach each other. We definitely need to help each other because knowledge is power. I believe it. I know it, and I live it.
I hashtag that all the time because that's what we do here. We educate. We try to empower people with just small little nuggets that can help you so much.
It's all about that one little
That one
nugget.
little
That
nugget.
nugget is a pearl.
That one.
Yes.
Okay, it's like having a gold bar.
It is. And I hate to, I'm always pushing new buttons and stuff. I hate to push this button, but I'm going to push this button because I also want to give thanks at this moment. And I think I always do give thanks. And just in case she doesn't hear me, I want to give thanks again to Patty Jackson from WDAS, who has, for me, been, I never thought that, mentor is a word that, is to me, it's layered. And sometimes people go and ask somebody to be their mentor, and sometimes some people, or they ask you, tell them I'm going to be your mentor. But I feel like Patty Jackson is like a mentor for all.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
just
absolutely.
by being in her presence and for her to love on you, she's mentoring you. You know what I'm saying? So for me, this queen has, out of the blue, embraced me and loved on me.
That's love.
And on day one, MLK Day is so important to me because I want to always honor his passing. And we had another passing, Kevin Parker in the city of Philadelphia, who has Miss Tootsie's in a few different locations in the city. But he's always been giving. He always made sure that...
I was bringing that up.
I know you was going to do it. And the only reason I'm not only reason we're going to bring it up anyway, but Miss Patty, she could use any news source. And I'm a black independent woman, and you could use NBC 10, who has a few people who look like me on there and act like me. But we could use CBS 3. You could all use all these other news sources, even some of the independent things. But the Queen used my source because I had a chance to go out there and cover Kevin Parker's passing. And she reposted my source, and over, thousands of people have been able to see my work. The fact that I'm always out there, always out there on the big somewhere, and that she recognizes it in that way. And just to repost it.
That's
a queen like that.
That's where it starts.
That's where it starts.
But we talk about Philadelphia. We talk about brotherly love and sisterly affection.
Yes.
That's how we do it.
That's it.
And that's how we do. We say to our brother or our sister, I love you, I appreciate what you're doing, and I support you.
Right.
That's all it takes.
Right.
And when you talk about Kevin,
I know, boy.
I did a lot, and y'all know I don't go live often. But I did a live earlier today because I wanted, they said when you receive blessings, don't keep them to yourself. Don't keep it quiet, because that's not how God moves.
Right.
So he moves in big ways.
Yes, he does. Yes.
Kevin Parker and I, we grew up in the same neighborhood. We used to see each other all the time.
Wow.
Kevin opened the store. Now, when I tell you my mother was a force, my mother talked to Kevin like she talked to me, like she bore him herself.
Right.
So when my mother became ill, like Kevin would check up on me when I was caring for my father, because I lost my father first in 2014. And then when I was caring for my mother, I hadn't seen him, but I ran into him. I parked outside of his restaurant, outside of his Tootsie's.
Right.
He said, wait a minute, what's going on? I looked a mess because I hadn't slept, of course, understandably.
Right.
I said, Kevin, my mom. He said, where's my girl? I said, well, she's not doing so well. He said, how are you feeding her? I said, Miss Mom's meals. He said, From that day, until she was no longer above ground, Kevin made sure she ate. I started eating the mom's meals. She ate but it made her so happy. Miss D, I love Kevin and Miss D, because even on the days that the restaurant was not open, Miss D went in. She would go in. And she would make so much food for my mother but Kevin oversaw it all. He made sure my mother ate.
Right.
That was Kevin Parker. Right. Kevin Parker, who has Miss Tootsie's. Right. Kevin Parker Soul Food Cafe.
That's right.
He has
multiple businesses.
He had multiple.
Working, always working.
But I was important to Kevin, and I wasn't the only person.
Right. There were so many
so many people that he was so good to. But that's just who he was. Yes. He was just such an angel, just a big heart. Right. And whenever we talked to each other, it was all right, baby, all right. It was really quick. Yes. Like, you good? We would check on each other's spirits, check on each other's soul. But I don't even know how so many people say the same thing. Yeah, when I would talk to him, that's God. Yeah. That's what we need to do. That's all I keep saying is that's what we need to be to one another. Yeah. That's why when I log on y'all and I say I'm checking on you, I promise you I mean it with every fiber of my being. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Yes. My entire spirit, because we need to check on one another. If I haven't seen you, I need to do a check. I need to look at you. I need to call you and say, okay, listen, I needed to hear your voice because I needed to check your spirit. Now I need to see your face. Yeah. Let me answer this question. How you doing, Astrid? Astrid's from Norway. She don't know who Kevin Parker is. Oh, Astrid. Hi, beautiful. Astrid, Kevin Parker was our friend, and he was friend to all. We just lost Kevin a few days ago. Yes. But we're talking about Kevin because of how influential and how instrumental he is to the fabric of Philadelphia. Yeah, not just to the, I mean, you don't understand what I'm saying? Like on another level. Yes. Not because he was just a businessman, a business person, but because of his heart, because of who he was as an individual, because of his spirit. That's why we're talking about Kevin. Astrid, hi. Yes, and if he loved you, he loved you for real. Oh, that's it. That's it. You hear me? That's it. That's it. No two ways of a sword. And again, I was tying that back to Queen Patty Jackson, because also, she has a podcast. It's called Patty Jackson and the Millennials. And not only, again, she handpicked others. There's altogether, there's 10 people on this podcast. There's 10 lives that she blessing. I had to call in and ask. I said, do you sleep? Do you ever sleep? Because, honey. And she's another one, though. She's another. Patty is another. You were talking about how good she's been to you. Mentoring. Being a dream. Being an MLK dream. She's a beacon. So do it now. Don't wait to be great. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, girl. What did he say? What did this say? The Reverend Dr. Because the Dr. Reverend was, we are. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. And he said, wait, I gotta get that again. He said not to
you talking about when he said do such a good job?
Yes.
Do such a good job.
Do it.
That the living, the dead, or the unborn couldn't do it any better. There you go. There you go.
There you have it.
We have another comment. I know we got to add some of these comments. I'm sorry for guys. Antoinette says, hey, Antoinette. She said, we need to support each other, just the small things that cost. Right. Kevin was so down to earth. Amen. He was. He really was.
He was so down to earth.
Do you have any comments to have bypass? We don't want to be.
Oh, listen. You know what I'm saying? Hello to everybody. You know what? I have to repeat that. I have these are my seasoned eyes.
Oh,
now, my good eyes in here, but I'm telling you they're dirty, so they may as well be my seasoned eyes. So I'm pressing over.
It's quite all right. It's quite all right.
If you won't mind, I will read.
Go ahead.
Smooth 16U says he was a great person.
Oh, thank you.
Happy Dad said Philly great citizen.
Yes.
And,
Footprints, communication, prayers, pray hands in the dove.
Yes.
I see this. Wait, how did I see the dove?
You can scroll up for her a little bit. Scroll up for her a little bit.
I think that was it, right? Wait,
there you go. So you could,
that's a shake. Wait, let me sit
I
there.
mean,
'Cause
maybe
I
not
don't
all the
even like
way
the way
back.
I look.
Sister
I
Carol.
don't like the way that look when I went. I don't like that.
Yeah, but
He said, stand up straight back. Y'all know how that is. Suck it in.
So-
We on camera here, you know what I'm saying?
So I'm trying to keep an eye out on it.
Okay, keep an eye out on it. It's so serious, but you want to be that. You want to be that beacon of light while you're here. Another thing I think is so great about MLK Day, and of course I'm going to remind you guys that you can actually go visit his site where he was assassinated. And just not for me. That's not the most interesting thing that I would want to do. But some people feel like they could be more connected to him. There, where he lays now in Memphis, in Tennessee, that you can actually, I guess, hold tours around. And the passing of Dr. Martin Luther King. But we want to love on our people, our leaders, our family, everyone while they're still here. And you can be the person that we're loving on, you know what I'm saying? Talking about, because all of it takes a reminder to you that, like Dr. Martin Luther King said, all you got to do is be of service. Anybody can be of service. You ain't got to have no law degree. You ain't got to have a pocket full of money.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
And it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't even take that much effort. I told y'all I fell up the steps. Terry helped me.
Oh.
She helped me. That was her service. She helped me.
She helped me. I told her I did not want this to be her memory, right? But this.
We tried to bury it. She didn't let it go.
It is very serious out in this joint. Let's see. I'm sorry. Thank you very much for tuning in again. John,
I'm
Antoinette.
sorry. That was a moment.
It's fine. It was a moment.
But you were absolutely right. It takes so little effort to be of service, to do something good for the next person. I mean,
like you being here today.
Oh,
You being of service.
Oh my goodness!
To all our people that you are.
This is feeding my spirit.
Yes, listen.
It is, because y'all know. Listen. I don't talk.
I've had a couple of Zooms with Carol now. You know what I'm saying?
I know, and I'm quiet.
Yeah.
I say nothing.
Right.
You all know. I say so little, but now I'm talking.
Yes, and I love it. Ooh, and I love it.
Wait.
Can we get you to sing a hook? No, can we get you to sing a hook real quick though? Anybody want to hear Carol sing a hook for us? That was your own music. I don't know, but we can do. Anybody want? D says yes. Greg says yes. I have a couple of anything you want to sing, or any of the lift up your voice and thing. But you can sing anything you like to sing, from Whitney to you to. I said Whitney.
Wait,
you to you to.
No. You know what comes to mind?
What?
Okay,
Yes.
What just came to mind is Nina Simone.
Oh.
Well, it's not.
You ask and you shall receive.
It may not be typical. It's the Beatles. Nina Simone redid "Here Comes the Sun." You familiar with that one?
No explanation needed. I'm just gonna. But thank you for the preference, because you just educated us, because I don't even know. Did you know? I didn't know. Nina Simone did something with the Beatles. I didn't know.
Well, she redid their song. A song they wrote. So the song, here it goes a little something like this. Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun, and I'll say, it's alright, it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it seems like years since you've been here. But here comes the sun. Little darling, here comes the sun, and I'll say, it's alright, it's alright.
I know that song. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun.
I love to send a note. How do I do that? Send a note to seniors in homes or soldiers overseas.
They were saying that, I guess, the things you could do that don't cost too much.
Her page going up. What they saying, Terry? What are they saying? Because she is horrible.
But let me tell you something. Because I don't want anybody to say, you acting like you didn't know who I was when I see you in person. I don't know who everybody's
tell
like
us
call
okay.
names are sometimes. So I wanted to make that known.
Listen, stop that. She's a celebrity. She ain't gonna remember all y'all damn names. Timmy, can you pull that over here?
No.
Can you put that over here just a little bit? Just a little bit.
I volunteered.
Put your camera over here just a little bit.
Yeah, I
How y'all
volunteered
doing?
the food.
My name is Purple Queen. She's a celebrity. She's a queen. She's been around the damn world, okay? She's too humble. She might not remember your name, and it's okay. Just like I might not remember your name, and it's okay.
I remember them, but I don't know some people.
We're just playing.
What do you call them? Aliases? That's what it is.
We're just playing. She
An
loves you all.
alias.
But
Don't
she
you-
might remember your name.
Listen,
Don't get
this is what
offended.
you call tough love.
Don't get
This is what
offended.
you call
Don't
tough
get
love.
offended. Yeah, don't get offended. Baby,
No,
don't get
they're
offended.
not. I do. I volunteer.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the. Now I wanted to make that known and clear to you. My poor baby. Purple said, "Listen."
They don't remember your name.
Here,
Don't be offended.
I just want to let you know because someone said they grew up in the neighborhood, and I don't know who.
How she supposed to remember Kimmy Hotcakes 5587?
It was
Who gonna remember Kimmy Hotcakes 5587? I don't remember that.
So just letting you know.
We're just
If you have an
playing.
alias on here, I am unfamiliar.
Well, I think they know that. They should know.
No, they don't.
How they don't know? Like you got Pookie and them, and then your name is
Thank you, Deborah. See,
Sarah.
But look, I know Deborah.
That's
Thank
okay.
you.
But I don't know. Is it Sweet 16? It's some. Come back.
It was
Tell me.
smooth. It was smooth.
Oh, there you
Sorry,
go.
we're
It
having
was
an
smooth
Insta moment, guys. You know, this is real reality
Smooth.
radio.
Smooth.
There you go. Tick, you know
Is it my
that's
memory?
really all those
It's my
those
memory.
depositions and all
That's
that.
hilarious. Look at them
what
over there.
happened.
Hold on.
Yes, smooth
You know what?
16.
They brought a really good point up. In case you're just now tapping into the show,
Yes.
I am Purple Queen, a friend to the entire community, baby, especially the kings and queens, and you should know why by now, baby. And of course, I'm here with a moment with Purple and Sister Terri, my co-host over there, Terri Booker. Esquire, running for judge. You better vote for her when she runs Philly. Let's know that the next elections are judge elections, okay?
And when will
judicial
they take place?
elections.
When will they take place?
In May.
In May, judicial
Yeah,
elections, okay?
May
And Terri Booker.
2021 judicial
Yes.
elections will take place.
Yes.
And Terri
Is
Booker
running.
is running
Terri
for judge.
Booker. Okay,
Okay.
we got
Yes,
it. We
ma'am.
got it.
And then, of course, we have our queen, our sister queen joining us, none other than Carol Riddick. Philly's own singing legend is here with us as well.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Be sure you follow her on her platforms. What are your following tags?
Oh Lord, Carol_Riddick. That's all I
See,
know.
you can't
No, the
expect her to
conversation-
know
Yeah,
yours,
I
and she
know.
don't even
I
know
know
her
mine.
own. Like,
No.
Listen, y'all know this right here is monumental. Because everybody that knows me knows that I've done maybe 5 IG lives in my entire lifetime.
Oh,
and y'all know I'm on the 5th level now.
Yes,
so
you're on
that's
the
a lot.
level. It's serious.
Okay,
It's
so-
serious.
So this is, I don't know, it's Carol_Riddick.
Right, and then follow her podcast. And when does it come on?
Ooh, Conversations Inside the Music. Look for an episode tomorrow.
All right.
There's an episode that's coming out tomorrow.
So,
Right.
and then of course you can follow me everywhere. I, the letter M, Purple Queen. Thank you, Asher. Asher said, Carol, how are you? Iman says, thank you for your vocal blessing, baby. Greg Williams says, hey, she knows my name. Oh, she said, Aretha, yes, sang it. We got all kinds of stuff. Please. She says, you know, Kevin sounds like Frankie Beverly. I met him many times and the first down to earth person I ever heard. Oh, thank you very much. So yeah, thank you all. Dre says, I love the spirit of Kevin Parker and his presence will always be truly missed. Thank you so much. Antoinette says, I have to extend a great shout out to all 3 of you for shining a light on providing a world a much better place. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you. So thank you to everybody who was tuned in.
Yes, thank
We
you.
love you.
Yes.
We love you.
This platform is pqradio1.com is an independent platform for independent people making their dreams come true, being a voice for voices. So make sure you get to know us at pqradio1.com. If you need an event space, make sure you come to our building here at CEC while you social distance. The Community Education Center right here at 3500 Lancaster Avenue, a historic building and theater for the people, by the people. So that's what we're all about.
Wow.
Informing, giving you love, loving on you and loving on Dr. Martin Luther King and his whole family, because his whole family sacrificed for us to have
What
him.
do they say? They say besides every strong man,
Yes.
there's an even stronger woman.
As we know.
That's what I've heard. I don't know about you. That's what
It's
I've
very,
heard.
very
I mean,
serious.
that's a lot. Just imagine all the stuff his family went through. I mean, besides his murder,
Right.
like the things that happened before then. I'm sure the knocks at the door in the middle of the night, probably bricks through the window,
Right.
like all of those things
Mm-hmm.
happened before he was actually murdered.
Right.
So like
All death threats. God.
yeah, like I'm sure the crosses that were burned on the front lawn and stuff like that. So like the sacrifice that people have to make. It's not just them; it's their family. It's all of them together. They all contribute to the sacrifice that helped us as a country. So see how selfless that was?
Right.
Do you see that?
Right. Exactly.
Do you see the selflessness in that?
Yes.
That's
absolutely.
amazing. To help our village, to help our community.
Hey, Jamaica. Terribly so. Jamaica.
Hey, Jamaica.
Lisa from Kingston, Jamaica.
Hey,
Kingston,
we love it.
Jamaica.
We love Jamaica.
Yes.
Yes.
You're absolutely right. Not to in any way discount what you just said. I just wanted to share some love, but you're absolutely right because that's an extension. His entire family was going through every ordeal, you know, and it wasn't as if it was getting better because we know how the story ended. Well, it didn't end. We know how the story detailed.
Yes.
You know, derailed.
Yes,
But,
absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
yeah, you're absolutely right. His children were affected.
Trauma.
You know,
Trauma.
Yeah.
Just as our children are being affected by this pandemic. And in Philly's pandemic, the first pandemic is the gun violence. You know, our babies are facing the trauma. They're desensitized right now. They think that being murdered is normal. You know, so we're still fighting Dr. Martin Luther King's dream. It's not over. You know, by leaps and bounds. You know, yes, we have a African American, woman of color, going into the White House, but you know, and still needs more to be done.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's like we're at the beginning.
We need it on all levels. Y'all tripping. It needs to be on all levels. It's not just the White House is far removed from your day to day.
Far removed.
I tell y'all this all the time.
Far removed.
Y'all better get out here and vote for your council people, your mayors. Those are people that do things and it can affect you the very next day. You better stop playing.
I think something you said a moment ago is very, very, very important to everything that we're saying now, starting in the home.
Yes.
Because we just talked about Dr. King and we talked about, Coretta, and we talked about their children, you know, to whom much is given, much is required.
Yes.
But they're home. They all went through this as a family.
Yes.
They went through this together.
Yes.
We are so detached as a people. We're detached as family. Our familial structure is, well, I don't even know if you can call it that. I don't know what you can call it, but I think that's where we need to start first. We're so far from getting to these politicians because we can't, we don't have our own households together.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's right.
Absolutely.
That's really right. She's absolutely right about us as black people, as black and brown people getting our households together. And then we have to be the change we speak of. So we mad right now that our children are undereducated. We have to change that. How you mad at your child undereducated, but you ain't been to none of the parent-teacher conferences? You ain't been to one counseling.
Yeah.
But you mad about how your children are being educated.
Well, how about that?
Okay, so it starts at home. You got to start with yourself. Do for self. Whatever you want done in your community, you take the action first.
Yeah, how about
I'm
that?
gonna respect you if your mother talking about I want better math classes for my child, but you up there at the PTA meeting demanding the same thing.
Well, are you doing homework?
You know, are you doing the homework with them? You walking your child through the homework, and you realize what needs to change. So we all know that we need to fight right now to get financial education, financial literacy into schools, into elementary schools. We need to start teaching them from a baby what the hell credit mean. Hello?
Yes.
And don't misunderstand me too, because I want to make sure that the tone of what I'm saying, because I can't speak for anybody else, but I want to be sure that the tone of what I'm saying and how I say it comes across clearly, because I did say earlier, you know, if you talk at me, I will not hear you.
Right.
I will not comprehend what you're saying to me, but I, Caroline Kimberly Riddick.
Okay, Caroline Kimberly Riddick. Okay.
I'm saying to you that, you know, this is a plea from me, basically, as a middle-aged woman, because I think about, you know, what's coming tomorrow, and then the day after that, and then the day after that, and what our world is, where it's going, and what it can become. So if we don't start, that's why I'm here today.
Yes.
That's why I like I said, I stay in my cave. You guys know, I don't speak very much.
Right, and to tell COVID came right time for you, right?
I'm telling you, but right now I'm so grateful to be able to sit here with you. I'm so happy that you guys shared your platform with me to share, my voice, because I love y'all.
Yes.
I love you, and I love you too. And I want you to know it, and I want us to share who we are, what we have, and rebuild. Because unless we put that first brick down, we can't even take down the bricks at 1600 Pennsylvania.
Yeah, well,
we can't do anything about those bricks.
Absolutely. It's so many issues. It's like, and what I always say is, you can't do everything, right? So you got to pick something. So pick your thing and go hard at it. Like, you can't, if you, I see so many issues. There's so many things I would love to fix within the justice system, everything. Right. But I know if I'm judged, I can do a little bit more. If as you keep moving up, you do a little bit more. You can do a little bit more. So, but you got to work in the space where you are right now. What I'm doing, I'm just doing what I could do. I'm doing the most I could do where I am. That's it.
I say that every day. I'm doing what I can. I do what I can. But that's it. I'm going to have to print that.
I thought that you needed it. I thought that you needed to do
that. Yeah, I needed it. I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I can. But when I tell you, because I have a lot of Dr. King's speeches printed, that title alone, your blueprint, what is your heavens to Murgatroyd, and then saying doing it better, doing it better. That's what I'm saying. Pick it, begin.
Right, because in the speech it also goes on to say, like, no matter what you're doing, you matter. Like, if you want to be a janitor, you be the best janitor. You better sweep, you better mop.
You better take pride. To take pride.
I see this hallway right here. Yes. Oh, I know so-and-so cleaned this. Because it's excellence. Everything is excellent.
Mr. John at St. Peter Quavers, I can tell you, because he was the best janitor I know.
There you go.
Take pride.
Look, and
he
never
not only
forget.
cleaned the school, he took care of us.
Right.
He took care of us.
That's
you
right.
saw Mr. John and you knew you were not doing right.
Right.
So but the school was
the best. That's right.
That's right.
And we respected that.
You know, respected 51, and I still remember Mr. John.
Okay.
That's right.
That's real talk. That's real life. So again, in this speech, we all want you to give you a little bit of homework. Again, research the speech, read it for yourself. Terry, can you tell them again the origins of the speech?
Oh, yes. It is in Philadelphia at Barrett Junior High School, October 26, 1967. Yeah!
She good.
She got that. Y'all.
The speech was called again,
What's Your Life's Blueprint?
I keep saying that's a word all by itself. That question, I'm saying so much.
What is your life's blueprint? And see, that's the thing too. If our children who are out here killing each other, their life's blueprint is skewed.
Yes.
That's why they doing what they doing, because they're not seeing no hope for tomorrow. No. They're not seeing a future. Yeah. They're not thinking about that. They think their building is crumbled already before it began. How do we fix it?
That's what do we do? What do we do, and how do we do it?
Oh, well, I told you that. So reminder, what you're going to do tomorrow. You guys are going to do these things tomorrow. Parents, if you have a child, you're going to go in their room tomorrow and see if there is any illegal guns in that room. Drugs, you're going to look for the weed. Don't be scared. Go look for the weed. Go look for the drugs. Because if you get those, if you identify that your child, first of all, even has those things, then you need to know that you need to have a conversation with those children. Now's the time. Now's the time to do. Now's the time to let them know that they are great. Know that their life is worthy. They are worthy to live. You're going to start at home. You're going to take the time to do what I said. You're going to get some pride. You're going to sweep the front of your home. Because that when your child comes home and they don't see a bunch of trash, they're going to value their home differently. This pride is going to start to build. Secondly, talk to your child about money and investments. If you know nothing about it, go to creditmedics101.com. Show your children how you begin to get generational wealth. Let me tell you how you start to build generational wealth for your family right now. Get life insurance. Because one day you're going to die. And when you die, instead of leaving your family broke with nothing and having to do a fish fry or GoFundMe to bury you, you leave them $1 million, $500,000. You require in your will that they start a business with half the money.
That's right.
You begin the generational wealth in your home. That's how you start it. That's how you break the chain. You put a clause in your will. If you get locked up, you ain't getting none of this money.
Right.
Okay, guess what's going to happen? That child going to go get a job. I'm turning 18, I'm going to give me some money.
That's right.
So think of it differently. You can control the narrative in your community. Guess what? Step further. I love you to death. Get a life policy on Mama Marie. You need to have a life policy on every one of your parents right now. Because guess what? We love them, but every soul on this earth will taste death. So now, God forbid, if any of your uncles died yesterday and that your kids had life insurance on them during COVID, you would have made your family $500,000 on your death. Instead of being in their pocket in the fish fry.
Deborah said,
And
I love
tax-free.
you. She said, I love her.
And
Exactly.
tax-free at that.
And tax-free.
It would have been tax-free.
It would have been tax-free.
That's how you set yourself up. You set the next generation up. You setting them up.
How many people we just lost in the last 10 months?
That's right.
But guess what? How many people we could have had starting their whole family generational wealth if all those people who died who were black had life insurance policy of $500,000 or more. We could have been restarting to 2021.
Right. And the earlier you get your life insurance, the better.
Okay.
You might as well just get it as soon
Life
as
insurance.
Life is as simple as that.
Whole policy.
Look
Yes.
at Morgan said that's the truth.
That's simple as that. You feel
Life
me?
insurance.
So
Life-
stop thinking about I gotta save all this money. I mean, yes, it's true. But the justice that you do for your family right now is that you protect everybody.
Yeah.
That can be
Yes.
your savings plan. You want to save something? You $20, $30 a month. Go into a whole life because you don't want to get term.
Right.
A whole life policy.
That's important. Too.
Oh, but
Yes.
oh, wait. But I have some thoughts about that. We can talk about. We have to have a financial conversation.
That's true.
We
That's
have to have a
true.
financial
Even
conversation.
though,
That's all. Yes.
because term end, but is advantages to term if it just depends.
Yeah,
that's true.
it's an important
depends.
conversation. That's an
But
important
I
conversation.
say, this is my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I say go with whole life because term can be very tricky.
It can
If
be.
you don't know what you're doing, get your whole life insurance because term is tricky. My mom had a term policy, but then it changed into a whole policy. So it depends.
Right, depends.
So
Right, and term is good
Right.
for different purposes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, and
Right.
then you may want to have a term and a whole. You know, if you can
both,
afford
you
it.
too.
So
That's
we
right.
need to have a financial conversation. We will be having
we
that
had
financial
that a long
conversation.
time. That
Make a
was years
plan.
ago.
Yeah.
We had
Like
that.
what they say?
SS Dessert Cafe, absolutely. Make a plan.
Make a plan.
Yes.
Brianna said that's the truth.
That's the truth.
Yes.
It's the ugly
And Jeffrey
truth.
said life insurance people in
Ooh.
all caps. Did I get that right? Life insurance.
I'm
people.
trying to tell
Okay,
you.
but you
With
gotta
the
get it.
hand.
Yes.
Right, it's
Because
all caps.
we
Yes.
don't want to. I know in black community it's taboo to talk about death.
Yeah.
But if you believe in any God and you believe in any book, every soul that is living will taste death. Stop running from it. Prepare your family. You gotta be out there waiting for the stimulus check.
Yeah, you can't run from it. How
You know
about
what I'm
that?
saying?
You can run all you want.
You can run all you want.
Gonna catch you.
So if you're walking
It's
out
actually
there,
waiting for you when you get there.
Right.
How about that?
How about that?
so we just need to learn about finances and why they're important to the black community, and why that each child, every person you are in your family is a business. They need to be living their life like a business, run their life like a business, from your kids to your top.
Well, that's
Because
how America treats us.
that's how America treats
That's how
us.
America treats us.
It's a
Just so y'all
capitalistic-
know.
Okay.
Okay.
The SSN, you a business.
Yes.
We are a commodity.
Yeah.
Listen,
Oh,
okay.
we are. We absolutely are. We just don't recognize
We
it.
don't.
We don't realize it. We don't,
Well,
we don't,
we
worry
don't
about
reap-
it. We don't
reap the
maximize
benefits.
It. We don't maximize it.
And I just want to make a small caveat. This is not really just a black issue. This
Right.
is really a people issue.
It's a people issue.
But it's more of our issue because
Right.
we
need the
suffer
education.
the consequences. Our consequences of this are more severe. I'll say that. But it, because I work at the Register of Wills, so I
Right,
this
she
is,
know.
This is what it is. It's just like, and as the Register of Wills is plan, prepare, protect.
Yeah. And in May of
Prepare,
2021,
protect.
she's running for judge. I
Yes.
need to repeat that. Okay?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
we got people who just logged on.
Terri
She's
Booker
running
for
for judge. Terri Booker.
Yes.
In May of 21.
That's right.
the election will take place.
That's going
so
down.
Yes.
Davry said that we don't realize the importance of our message. Look at me reading with my seasoned eyes. We don't realize the importance of our message, and this needs to be Facebook posted.
Yes.
And then Morgana says death is a part of life.
Mhm.
It's the
Yes.
reality. Also, get insurance that pays out a mortgage along with.
Yes.
That's right.
More
That
than-
mortgage, what?
And I'm happy to
Somebody
say,
passed away.
I'm happy to say the Lord blessed me to
Yes.
pay mine off on my birthday, November 19th, 2020.
God
That was my
bless
birthday
you.
present. I paid off one of my properties, baby. Y'all better get on it.
Isn't that a good
Right.
feeling?
Yes, it is, Sean. Yes, it is. So
Yes.
listen, what we are going to do is to make sure that Carol, we're going to show her how to save this so she can
Yes.
post it to her. But if anybody, if you're actually on Carol's Facebook, she actually is providing this live right now on her Facebook. So what you can do is please go share it. And all of you, we don't ask you for nothing. You and Dee Dee, thank you. She said, I hope the parents are listening. They will if you share it. We don't want $1. We don't want no money. All we ask you to do is share it. That's all.
Yes, please.
Yeah, that's all.
That's all. That's all. So.
Listen, I like to do this more often.
Yes.
I've gotten a tutorial today.
Okay. Now, from this point on, you will be doing it more often because the Spirit will make you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna make you be great. You know, your greatness is
You better
shining
speak
through.
it.
Yes.
You better. I received that. I
Please
received.
do.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Please, yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
And she
ma'am.
gonna get a bell too.
Yes, listen.
She
Go
gonna
get
come
the
on
bell.
IG with a bell like, please.
That's right.
I'm
That's
here,
right.
IG.
Let's talk.
That's
Yes.
right.
That's it. That's it right there. Let's
Yes.
talk. Ding ding. All right.
Very much so.
Yes.
And, you know, we try not to beat y'all up too long on these shows. You know, the attention span go in and out. We definitely appreciate you guys for listening to us and talking to us and sharing with us these three queens. It's still always these three queens because we have more women than men up here. But it's a moment with Purple and Terry. And, you know, of course, I believe Carrie's going to sing us out with the same lift up your voice, right? Because, you know, they got to have that. They have to have that injection. That they need that. Or if you want to do something different, it's fine. But, you know, whatever you're comfortable with.
Ooh, wait, I'm
But
in the spirit.
in the spirit of MLK Day, you know, it is. And we want to just thank you all for tuning in to us. And if you haven't, I guess, rewind the show to get any information that you missed.
That's
And we
right.
will be here again on Monday. Yeah, every Monday we're pretty much here. But our regular time is 5:30. So I'm trying to remember who the guest was.
Yes.
But
When?
oh, but we're getting
You have so much going on.
So much going on.
So-
I
That's
can't
a
wait
good
to talk. We're going to have a community conversation with the med students from the Philadelphia College of Osteoporosis. I'm saying right? Osteoporosis. The blood school. Osteopathic, yes.
Yeah.
The students are coming to have a community talk with us about COVID, diabetes, and, and all the wonderful things that, not wonderful things, the things that affect us as a Black community. So I can't wait to post. It's going to be going down very soon.
Are you going to talk about the vaccine?
And we're going to talk about the vaccine, and we're going to talk about the, you know, the pros and the cons and the myths and the realities. And we have a doctor is going to be joining us as well. It's going to be a whole community conversation, so we're so excited.
Yeah, we need that
That's coming up.
conversation.
That's- yes.
Yeah, that's a necessary conversation.
I'm excited. So you guys want to give your shout out with goodbyes? We'll let off what you saying, but any shout outs and goodbyes before we.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. You know, I already know.
Carol's going to sing. Don't go nowhere.
Y'all
Yes. Stay on. Yes, we
Carol's
got
chatting.
osteopathic medicine. Mama Marie put up.
Oh.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all in all the lives and all the places and all the worlds and all the earths.
Yes.
And Terri Booker for Judge, TERRI.
That's
BOOKER, the number 4
Follow
Judge.
her.
I'm on Instagram, Facebook. Follow so you can figure out what's going on with the vote.
Do we have the exact date? Do we know?
I do have the exact date. Mom, look up the exact date. What's
Please,
the exact
Mom.
date?
Right. We got to wait to
It's on my computer. It's on my computer.
Yes,
I
I
know
know
it's
it
May.
Rise.
Yeah,
It's
May
in
is a
May.
primary.
We
It's
know
a primary.
May.
Yeah.
Terri Booker, TERRIBOOKER.
Yes. Hey, Thais. Oh, boy.
Yes.
Hey.
All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you so much for showing me love.
Yes.
Again, because I am so grateful to have been on your platform. This was so much fun for me, y'all. So much fun, and it's so good to see y'all. Y'all know I don't have good sense, but I love that you just love me in spite of it. Okay, so I appreciate you. I love you all, and here we go. We're gonna take it out, right?
No, I'm gonna let you take it out because I'm just gonna say, Pete, we love all of you, as you guys know. MLK Day. Tune in to pqradio1.com. It is our platform where, you know, we creators, we givers get a chance to share with you, to share our thoughts, share our moments, in this real reality that we're all living through. So we'd like to give you a little bit of laughs, a little bit of politics, a little bit of conversation, knowledge, and make sure that when we're putting out something that you can utilize to elevate your life one day. I don't know when you might use it, you know what I'm saying? How it comes up in your life, but
it will.
Inshallah, God willing, we did bless you with something. My regular part, freedom ain't free.
Right.
And justice has a fee.
Yeah.
And where there is no vision, a people perish. But remember to keep the faith and put God first as he blessed us with Carol Riddick.
Yeah.
I want to say again, because he was, we are. Right?
Because
I had that in my pocket. Y'all
yes.
I was keep
Go ahead. Yes.
Because he was, we are.
Because he was, we are.
That's
So
it.
we're going to continue, guys. We were talking about insurance today. Please, 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 please. Let's, in the spirit of the Reverend Dr. MLK.
Yes.
Let's get our insurance. Let's create this generational wealth. Let's take care of our own. Lift every voice and sing.
Yes.
Till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. It's your part, Purple. You want to sing it with me?
Oh, God, yes.
Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought.
That's me thinking. That was right. That was me.
Oh!
Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. I love you, but I love you so much more.
Yes, baby. Yes. Ring that bell, baby. So with that said,
Hey.
good night and
Good night,
goodbye.
y'all.
See you Monday.
Hi, y'all.